Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Facebook, YouTube coverage, and we look back at the year 2024. We now take a look at February.
Shots fired at the Hercules parade. We were right down on the balcony by HTV. We heard several gunshots. Not sure how many gunshots as of yet, and not sure of all the circumstances, as you can tell. There's a lot of police officers, ambulance personnel, fire units, all working the scene right now looking for casing. The ambulance is leaving right now. Someone has been put in the ambulance. We don't have any facts on that at this point. This is freshly happening, but certainly this is fairly rare for Houma Mardi Gras, and this is the worst fear of law enforcement when you're dealing with this kind of situation. But we're right at float number 23, which was ascending on the scene, and it's a chaotic situation at this point. Many police officers got here quickly, but obviously there was a dispute from what many of the witnesses were saying. We don't know what caused the dispute. It's too early. We will find that once the police do their investigation. But at this point, we don't have a complete analysis of what took place, but certainly we know shots were fired, and we do know that at least one person was put in the ambulance. We hear there allegedly may be another person that was hit that fled the scene and went home. We don't have any other information at this point. We'll get it to you as soon as we have more facts. Here's the police chief on the scene too, Travis Terrio, the police chief, and he's investigating the scene right now with all of his personnel. So I'll let Jason Serenier continue to film the scene, and we'll get a word from the chief or somebody as soon as we can get it. But they're now moving the parade forward. They've taped off the crime scene. This is incredible, folks. This is incredible. This is the worst fear of everyone in Mardi Gras. It's the worst fear in the night parade, worst fear in the day parade, but obviously it's dampened the spirits of everybody in Hercules.
Well, we saw just like people just arguing and stuff, and then
I just saw a fight break out.
Yeah,
like
fight break out.
Like a scuffle, like in an area, like a little area scuffle. And I just started running, but I came back just because my ride's over here. But I don't know exactly what happened. But that's all I really saw. We were scared, though.
We were scared.
Right around float 23, the Hercules parade, gunfire going off, and it's not something you want to see. We've talked about that quite a bit. Any updates right now, Chief? Tell us about it.
Yeah, it looks like, initially it was thought that the guy on the ground was shot, and then we were told that there was a guy shot that took off running. What it comes down to is the guy on the ground that was seen in the video was identified as Caden Leday, 18 years old, and we recovered a firearm right on side of him. He was intoxicated, and he started brandishing a firearm, and an altercation took place as a result of him brandishing the firearm, and a couple gunshots were fired. Thank God nobody was hit. It struck the Whitney Bank building, broke out a large panel of glass, and it struck the bank in another location, which broke out a mirror, overhead mirror pane that fell to the ground. And as a result, Caden was arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm, illegal carrying of a firearm, and simple criminal damage to property. But I'd really like to commend those police officers and sheriff's deputies that were in the area. Whenever you seen, and you can look at it, there was gunfire taking place, and as you can see, those officers are running to that gunfire.
We saw how quick they got
secured
there.
the area. No further incidents were reported, and our investigators got on it, wrapped it up, brought some closure to it, made an arrest for the person responsible for the gunfire, which happens to be the guy that was transported to the hospital. So very thankful for our officers and everybody that was on the scene that night, including some firemen that were in the area off duty that also ran to the scene.
I saw that. That was good to see everybody. And it was quick, meticulous. They got it done, but we ask this every time something goes on. Who would bring a gun to the parade unless they intended on maybe thinking they might have to use it?
That's right. That's right. There's no need for it. There's absolutely no need for it. But again, it comes down to our first responders with the police department, sheriff's department did an outstanding job. There's not enough I can say about what they did.
And you're right. We are lucky as a city and a parish that, one, the bullets didn't hit anyone. Two, the broken glass didn't fall on someone.
That's right.
Because it would have sliced them in half, as heavy as those things are. So, stroke of good luck. And it's no reflection on Hercules on the parades. It's just knuckleheads that ruin it for everybody.
Right. And look, and I know we got the parade rolling again pretty quick. But what it came down to, the reason I wanted that parade rolling fast was because we wanted, early on, we didn't really know what we were looking for or who we were looking for, and we wanted to get the crowd out of there so we could safely do our job. It wasn't so much about, any type of concern for the parade to happen and not interrupt them as much as we wanted to get the crowd out of there as quick as we could, and the only way to do that was to get that parade past us.
This is a really exciting time. We're absolutely thrilled to have Kyle and the Beta team here today and give them a chance to show you what they're up to. We truly believe that the electrification of flight will be the next radical transformation of the aviation industry. As the global leader in vertical flight, we want to be a leader.
It's a pretty remarkable thing if you pull the lens back for a click and say they got ahead of this industry, and what was exceptionally insightful in my opinion is they didn't get ahead of the industry and then wait for people to come to them. They went out and actually affected the industry itself. They gave us a huge amount of insight on the design of the aircraft, and not directly, but indirectly in the form of nice to have, and actually in this hangar as we walk through with all the maintainers here, how to structure our business, how to think about maintainability, reliability.
We're going to go out and we're going to watch ALIA Beta Technologies fully electric aircraft take to the skies.
Super excited to be here with the Bristow Group, exhibiting a all-electric aircraft, and really following the lead of Dave and Chris of creating a sustainable future for aviation that's low noise, zero emissions, and just a pleasant flying experience at a lower cost. And just thrilled to be here, learning from them how they operate the aircraft, incorporating that into the design, and then ultimately delivering aircraft for their operations. So in general, bringing it to Bristow, we've learned how important maintenance and safety is, and that's where we've focused our development efforts. Bringing it to this area, we've been operating in this area for about 3 months, evaluating the salt fog environment, high temperature environment, humid environments, specifically on the control electronics, and we've had really good success. We've had 100% dispatch rates across the last 92 flights.
Well, I couldn't even sleep last night. I was so excited about this. I mean, I believe this is the first electric aircraft to come to Louisiana and come to South Louisiana, specifically here in Houma, to demonstrate to a really important industry how we can build a sustainable future for it. And having a partner like Beta and Kyle and his team, it's just very rewarding for someone like me who's been in this industry for 40 years. We get to transform it in an effective way. Helicopters are very efficient, they're great. We've done the best we can with them, but they do vibrate, they're loud. The cabin environment is not what you would expect in a commercial aircraft, and we're going to provide them a much more comfortable way of getting to work, or maybe even getting from their bases instead of driving their vehicles to here. And then back to the aviation nerd in me, I mean, how often or how many people get a chance to be part of a real revolution of an industry, and being part of that and being part of the leaders in it is just vastly rewarding.
We're extremely excited to have Beta here today and their all-electric ALIA aircraft. It's an important day in the history of Bristow. It's an important day not just in the history of aviation in South Louisiana, but I think for industry in South Louisiana. This represents the future, and we're very excited to be part of that. This new technology is here today. This is a real operating aircraft with us today. It flew in the skies over Houma today. So it's here. In terms of production scale, the future is not far off. At Bristow, we expect within the next year or so to have taken delivery of our first of the ALIA aircraft, which is a very exciting time as we look to introduce all electric aircraft into our world fleet.
Well, I'm thrilled the weather was as good as it was, and this was the first demonstration of an electric airplane out of the Houma Terrebonne Airport. This particular model from Beta, the ALIA, is probably the farthest along in development of anyone in the country. Bristow has 5 with deposits on them, a total of 50 with letters of intent, and these will be the first aircraft to go into operation here in our local area. We're looking forward to having them. Well, it puts Houma on the map as being a leader in aviation development, and we have been looking for new things to reinvigorate our economy, and this is a new direction that we can go in. You may also be aware that there are training programs being set up by Fletcher and with Louisiana Tech coming down here to give our citizens the opportunity to move into new fields that maybe they hadn't thought about before.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
We were made aware from E.D. White High School of some threats that were made to several students at the school. Of course, you know, initially our patrolmen respond, and shortly thereafter our detectives got involved. But it was several students that received threatening messages of bodily harm to themselves from a subject who did not attend school there. This was through a Snapchat app.
Okay.
And of course, the school, you know, reported it to us. We started investigating it. Again, like I said, the subject didn't attend the school there. They weren't 100% sure exactly who the subject was. We did have a name. He was an acquaintance of someone who did go there. So, you know, of course, you know, we started investigating it. We kept officers there throughout the day. Through dismissal, you know, just in case, while the detectives kind of ran with it. We worked with several neighboring law enforcement agencies to get to the bottom of it. At the end of the day into the night is when we discovered that the subject was not currently in Lafourche Parish. So we had to reach out to and work well with probation and parole, as well as the Plaquemines Parish Sheriff's Office. and he was we basically located him in their jurisdiction in Venice. No arrests were made that night, but at least we knew exactly where he was, and we formulating a plan with Plaquemine Sheriff's Office to apprehend him, and which we did do so yesterday afternoon into the evening time, where he was apprehended without incident by their SWAT team and in charge with a terrorizing charge.
Maybe you could fill us in on a homicide investigation in Matthews.
Absolutely, Martin. Good to be here. Unfortunately, the circumstances call for us to be dealing with a homicide. This is something that occurred in midday on Sunday, and we had a call around 12:20 p.m. on Sunday informing us that there had been a stabbing on Adams Street in the Matthews area. Our deputies immediately responded, and when they arrived, they found two things. They found one, the suspect, who was immediately taken into custody and pointed out by bystanders as the suspect, and that was 18-year-old Trey Booty. He has been arrested and charged with second-degree murder in this investigation. Of course, he was immediately arrested, and as other deputies were arriving to the scene, as well as Lockport police officers who were helping us at the scene, we found the victim, who was 20-year-old Hunter Parks. We located him on a porch of his mother's residence. He was had several stab wounds and was bleeding profusely. Deputies attempted life-saving measures until EMTs arrived. Fortunately, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation continued with detectives. They attempted to question Trey as to the incident and what led to it. He did not cooperate with investigators, so ultimately they sought and obtained a warrant for second-degree murder charges for Trey Booty, and he has been arrested, and he is now being held in lieu of $500,000 bail.
I've done a lot of segments here on Bayou Time. I've had the biggest tomato grown in the state of Louisiana. I think we had the biggest carrot way back in the day, but we never had the biggest cabbage until now. Miss Jenny Berg joins me on the news desk. She has a state record for the biggest cabbage. Jenny, thank you for joining us.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. And first of all, before we get to the cabbage and the picture on it and everything, when did you become a gardener or a farmer, so to speak? What got you interested in that?
Well, as a small child, my grandparents gardened in Pointe-a-Chan, and then my parents, and I've been playing in a garden my whole life as a child. And then once I got married, and I was always interested in gardening, but once my children left home and went to college and moved on, I had a little more time, so that's what I do. I focus on gardening now.
Yeah, well, Pointe-a-Chan, and I know Ile de Jean Charles, people grew a lot of their own food. That was just sort of a way of life, wasn't it?
It was, and my parents, I mean, and they grew by the moon phases, and I mean, they didn't have an almanac or anything. They just went outside. I can remember them looking, and they could tell by the shape of the moon or whatever, when to plant. I have an almanac because I'm not that good, but I follow the moon phases. I kind of do old school gardening and make my own compost. I'm missing the bagasse that came out of the Montague refinery. My mom used to use that in her compost. But we keep it old school, everything's homemade, like all my compost with fish and just anything we can find to put in there. I raise chickens, and it's gold.
The plants love all that.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get the bagasse like from Raceland or places like that?
I probably can, but I never went looking for it. I didn't.
Yeah, maybe Raceland. Check into that. But so your cabbage, let's bring up that picture if we can now, Jason. Look at the size of that cabbage, 44 pounds.
Yeah, it was.
What was the biggest one you grew before that?
I never really weighed them. And Facebook has all these garden sites you can join, and I'm a member of Louisiana Gardeners, and I was encouraged by many of the members, you need to get that thing weighed. So that's when I called the Louisiana Department of Agriculture. I've never thought to have anything weighed before, but it was just like enormous in the garden. It was,
and they came down and did an official weight.
They did. They came down, and Mr. Sean Waggispag, very nice man, came and weighed the cabbage, and he told me right there, he said the last record in Louisiana was 28 pounds.
You blew that away.
I did. I was like shocked.
Wow. And you planted the seed in July?
I did. I ordered the seed from Baker's Creek Rare Seed Catalog, and had 10 seeds in the pack, and I think 9 of them germinated. I gave a few of the plants away, and I planted 4 of them for myself.
And 138 pounds is the national world record?
Yeah. That's the big one. I was trying to do that, but it didn't happen.
But don't they have an advantage in other parts? They have more daylight.
Yeah, 18 hours of daylight where the largest cabbage was grown.
If you had 18 hours, you'd have grown under 38 too.
I have no doubt.
And we're going to see lights on your next row.
Oh, the whole neighborhood's going to be complaining on me. I'm going to have big old stadium lights on it next year.
How many servings of coleslaw do you think your 44-pound cabbage could have supplied?
Oh, I can't even.
That's a bunch.
I can tell you what I did do with it, and the outer leaves of it.
Yeah.
I made little cabbage packs because my grandparents used to do that, and my mom.
Yeah.
And you wear it all year in your wallet for good luck.
Wow.
And I made a lot of those. I gave away like over 500 packs for people to carry in their wallet. And then I made cabbage casserole. I smothered cabbage down.
See the casserole, you put that with ground meat?
Yeah,
and all
ground
that?
meat.
Oh, man,
So,
that's good.
And I shared it with a lot of people.
Blaze Smith was a very honorable man. He was our leader, father figure, mentor. He did so much for this parish and for the sheriff's office. He turned this department around and got us on the right track. His guidance was second to none. He was genuinely concerned about the people of the parish and the men and women that served under him. He loved them dearly, and he just wanted the best law enforcement that we could provide, and he did that. He was one of those people that I've never seen before, he would come out on the scene and pray with people, and you could see, you know, some of the things that was lifted off of him just from that one prayer. And he was deeply involved in church, and he loved the good Lord above. Just a good, honest man that will be missed tremendously.
Sheriff Blaze Smith was an absolute blessing to work for. Just a really good, genuine man. Being a communicator myself, I was always impressed with his ability to connect with people and communicate to them. And it didn't matter whether you were the owner of a multi-million-dollar company or whether you were a 4-year-old who just saw Santa Claus. And so he would talk with folks. His door was always open. He would tell people that. And just a real genuine person. I think people picked up on that. I know there were many times that we had scenes where someone had passed, and the sheriff would pray with them if they would like that. Just a real genuine guy. Really did care for people and served his community and served it well. So one of the biggest things of his legacy was that when he came in, we were financially upside down in a lot of ways, and the sheriff really turned that around. It took us a couple of years to get to the point where we were pretty financially stable, but when he came in, we didn't have things like body cams. Our fleet was very old and honestly didn't have enough units, and he unleashed his admin and challenged them to help find solutions to those issues. It all really started one day when he laid a checkbook on the table and he said, "We're going to run this the way you run your house. If we don't have money for it, we don't buy it." And just really fiscal responsibility. He believes strongly that the money that we take in through taxes is the people's money, and we have a responsibility to watch after that. And balancing that and getting us financially stable really has reaped all kind of benefits for the sheriff's office, which in turn is a good thing for the people in the parish and the service that we provide. I remember one time we were sitting at one of the restaurants on the east side of the parish that he liked, the Galley. We were sitting there, and it was me and him, and we were having lunch, and all of a sudden, it was late in the year, so his beard had started to get a little longer. A lot of people know him as the Santa Sheriff, and so he was getting ready for that Christmas season. And I remember as we were sitting there, he kind of leaned over and he looked around me, and his face became animated, and I knew what it was. There's a kid back there who just saw Santa Claus. Sure enough, it was a little blonde-haired 4-year-old, and when the family got ready to leave, she came over and talked to Sheriff Smith, and he spent a few minutes with her. That's the kind of guy he was. He was very much interested in everybody in our parish, even our children.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Welcome back to A Night to Shine. I'm Martin False. Pastor Dwayne Bland started a thought process that eventually led to a wonderful night in Thibodaux. He called me up and asked me if I could visit with him at their home in Thibodaux. Upon meeting, he told me of this idea that he and his family came up with. He wanted to team up with the Tim Tebow organization on an event that is appropriately named A Night to Shine. Although the Night to Shine has been taking place in other cities, Pastor Dwayne and his family asked a very important question. Why not Thibodaux? Former Florida Gator star quarterback Tim Tebow started the Night to Shine organization.
If you look up his Night to Shine webpage, Tebow is quick to say,
"It is my honor right now to crown every single one of you as the king or the queen of the prom."
He talks of Christian faith and what it means to outreach to others. In Thibodaux, the outreach was phenomenal. I will start tonight to give you a short overview of what took place at Thibodaux Family Church. I must add, however, that this was not about one person, but it was about one God. Many people banded together for a community event. It was important for HTV to be a part of this event. As a matter of fact, it must be stated that there were many denominations of faith that gave money, volunteered, and took part in the Night to Shine. Sometimes we look at denominations as barriers or boundaries. In this case, the barriers were broken down by God.
Lord, come into my heart. Do something good with my life. And it's just the beginning of something wonderful. So I want to tell you something. We love you. Tim Tebow is coming. You ready?
All for the joy of bringing a celebration to those special guests who deserved a night to shine. All right, another little gadget that Jason Serenier put up over the door is when they're coming in to the church, we'll be able to catch them right overhead with one of our cameras overhead. So that's pretty cool. We love it. Joni Petrie's warming up. Look, listen to that. You can hear that? She's warming up, getting ready. They got 2 red carpets they're gonna come down. They're gonna merge into one, and they're gonna come, and they think they're off camera at that point, but guess what, folks? We got them right here.
Welcome to Night to Shine.
First up tonight, we have Mr. Wade Mills and
the beautiful Betty Osprey.
Welcome. Next up, we have Mr. Larry Davis
and the beautiful Rendell Byer.
Next up, we have Miss Laura Hebert and
Samantha Boudier.
Have a great night.
All right, Laura, how you doing?
And now, introducing Mr. Brandon Email and
Jude Claymore.
Welcome.
Jude! Hey, Jude! Don't let me down!
And now, Mr. Donovan Bass and
Michael Gidry.
Go ahead, Donovan. Sit down there. Next up, Miss Cassie Usick and
Luke Tozan.
And now we have Miss Mary May and
Deborah Domain.
All right, guys, give a hand for Mr. Isaiah Prince.
And Joshua Rotolo.
Next up, we have the beautiful Miss Tammy Bellinger
And Kaylin Sopwa.
All right, let's give a hand for Mr. Anthony Trahan.
And Tyler Esposito.
Next up, Miss Trina Beasy and
Matt Bro.
welcome. And now, introducing Mr. Chad Dewey.
And Scott Leday.
On down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Tabor. Come on down the corner. Next up, Mr. Christopher Johnson.
And Brady Brown.
Go ahead, buddy. All right, next we have Mr. Rhett Mitchell.
And Lindell Williams.
Put your hands together for Mr. Dustin Sobers and
Stacy Arso.
all right. Up is Mr. Austin Knockin.
And Wallace Harrison.
And now we have Mr. Henry LaBeouf.
And Troy Bradley.
All right, let's go.
All right, Henry. What's up, Henry? How you doing? Good job. Boy, how you doing?
Next up, guys, Mr. George Wiley.
And Terry Robichaud.
All right, Mr. George, have at it. Give me a big round of applause for Mr. AJ Brownwell.
Dalton Robinson.
All right, let's give a hand to Mr. Robert Romansky. Next up is Mr. Melvin Pierre.
And the beautiful Miss Delana Roby Show.
All right, put your hands together, Mr. Terrence Fortner.
And Jonas Royal.
All right, guys, let's welcome Miss Marie Thibodeau.
And Chanel Davis.
Welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. William Ballsy.
And Justin McCormick.
Hi guys, here we have Miss Mona Andrus.
Good job. Blake Shimon.
Go ahead. Have a great night. Donald Osbrook.
And Peyton and Selmy.
Welcome. All right, let's put your hands together for Mr. Lorne Jackson.
And Tanner LeBron.
Let's go! Next up, we have Mr. Willard Patterson.
And Anthony DeStefano.
All right, we have Miss Patricia Jupiter.
And Joseph Knapp.
Welcome. Come on, Pete, let's go, dog.
Tell them hello.
All right. Put your hands together for Mr. Bronson Kelly.
And Brennan Riley.
All right.
Let's go. Give it up.
I like them shoes. Yeah, I don't have
Well, I do have this one right here.
All right. Next up, we have Mr. Jacob Burge.
And Felix Parsons.
Welcome. All right, guys, give it up for the beautiful Brittany Winchester.
And the handsome Corollas Carter.
What's up?
Let's give it up for Mr. Steven Robichaux.
And Miss Missy Cortez.
All right, guys, next up we have Miss Joyce Neighbors.
And Miss Jeanette Hoffman.
Welcome.
Hey, hey! Good job, Joyce! Good job, Joyce!
Next up, Mr. Brandon Battle.
And Devin Gatto.
Let's give it up for Mr. Dylan Mathern. All right, put your hands together for Mr. Spurgeon Broussard.
And Andrew Zaray.
All right, Andrew, let's go now. Next up, Miss Charlotte Rogers.
And Miss Sarah Delight.
All right. Let's put your hands together for Miss Rebecca Martin.
And Miss Charlotte Kidder.
Have fun. Come on, Click. All right, guys. This is one of my favorites, Mr. Matthew Slick Bootery.
And Mr. James Reshore.
Where's Slick? All right, number one, baby. Very nice. Let's go, Slick. Come on, Slick. Come on, Slick. Come on, Slick. They gotta say, Slick, how happy are you to be here? Oh, yeah. Hug it, put it up, baby. Hug it, burning love, said Slick. Next up, Mr. Todd Knockin.
And Mr. Larry LaRose.
Welcome. A whole lot of love coming from both sides. All right, Mr. Todd, good job. Good job.
Slow down, Ted, because of congestion in the third.
All right, let's give it up for Mr. Christopher Ordon.
And Mr. Tommy Moran.
Hey! All right! What's up, Chris? Hey, Chris! What's up, Chris? How you doing, Chris?
I'll look at you like, I know him, but I don't. Put your hands together for a lady in blue, Miss Sue Boudreaux.
And Miss Joy Rosary.
Y'all have a great night. Good job. All right, Joy. Good job, Miss Sue. Come on, Sue. You're doing so good. Come on, Sue. Woo-hoo! Good job. Very nice, doing great. Lady in blue.
Go Tigers!
Come on, Miss
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
That's right, great job. All right, guys. Next up, Mr. Eugene Sernier.
And Miss Mary McAdams.
All right, enjoy your night. Jump on that. Styling, man. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So glad you're here. Very nice. Very nice. You're doing great. Put your hands together for a free throw shooting Laura Cambry.
And Duke DeRocher.
Second time on the red carpet. We're so glad. Welcome to the night to shine. Enjoy. You're welcome.
Good seeing you, Gene. Eugene. All right.
Let's give it up for Miss Laura Goday.
And Miss Donna Lede.
Yeah! All right!
Good job! Woo! Give it up for Mr. Chad Berthelot.
And Lauren Dufresne.
Let's go, Lauren. Let's go.
Laura! Great
Love the bow tie, Chad. Yeah. Looking great. Oh, he gets hugged. Yeah. Pretty girls on the end. Always get the hug. All right, put your hands together for Miss Ruth Ponte and Luke Simon.
Alex Weaver.
All right, Alex, hit the roll, boys.
All right. What's happening? Yeah. Alex! Good job, Alex!
Miss Gina Gode and...
Mr. Gerard Celestine.
All right, y'all have a great night.
Gerard! Come on! Gerard!
Gerard, how happy are you to be out here tonight for Night to Shine? It's exciting, huh? Yeah? We're so glad to see you. All right, we're proud of you. You have fun tonight, okay? Crazy for All Miss right. Amanda Self and...
Mr. Robert Jeremy.
Welcome. All right, next up we have Mr. Todd Perilou and...
And then we have Mr. Logan Schiffler and Catherine Pate.
Welcome, guys. Enjoy your night. Thank you. There's Mr. Herman Duncan and...
Mr. Daniel Walker.
All right, have a great night. All right, next up we have Mr. Deolis Nelson and family. Welcome. Come on down. All the family is supporting him. Very nice. Coming down on the red carpet. Deolis. Good job. So glad you're here. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all. All right, let's put your hands together for Miss Jill Frost and
Miss Chrissy Smith.
all right, y'all enjoy. Have a great night. Chrissy rocking that red carpet right there. Have a girl.
Hey, hey!
I'm glad you're here. All right, guys. With the next group we have is Mr. Terry Adams.
And the beautiful Miss Sydney Landry.
Welcome. Enjoy your night.
All right!
Very nice. Let's put your hands together for Miss Caroline Owens and
Carly Gaden.
welcome.
for these two beautiful ladies. We have Miss Elise Kern and Samantha Email.
Give it up for Mr. Sam Chasson
and Mr. Louis Chauvin.
Y'all have a great night. Have fun.
Good job, Sam. Good job. Very nice. Good job. Woohoo! Yeah. You here? Every year. All right, I know it. I see you every year. Yeah.
Give it up for Mr. Richmond Gordon
and Miss Janet Saunier.
So sweet. All right, let's give it up for Mr. Roy Warden
and Miss Megan Messina.
Very good. Oh, blowing kisses down the red carpet.
and the beautiful Passenger Wayne coming around the side. Here he comes.
That's how you get a crowd going.
Everybody ready? We got one more. Here we go. Give it up for Mr. Devin Cool Daddy Redrum. Let's go, big dog.
That's some serious high times right there.
You're a footballer. Give it up for Miss Brooklyn Pellegrin.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. And that's how you fly down the red carpet. Wow, that was fantastic.
All right, let's give it up, guys, for Mr. Ian Roberts.
He decided to do red carpet. He just split the team. Come down with the red. Very good. All right, Ian! Woo-hoo! Good job! That's exactly right.
All right, it's Drake BZA, guys. It's his first time being here, and he loves football. And there's a bunch of them right there.
There you go.
Welcome.
Come back to the football players. So we love football, but we really love food. There you go.
Hey guys, that was great.
Football fan. There's a football fan. Great job, guys. Great job, Colonels.
All right, guys, we have Miss Brittany Williams, but she wants to give a shout out to someone really quick.
I want to give a shout out to the St. James Art staff and my friends at St. James Art.
Awesome! Let's go! All right, welcome.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you celebrate the red carpet. What a great job. Good job, Brittany!
All right, guys, let's give it up. A warm welcome to Miss Gabrielle Cabrera.
Good job, Gabrielle!
We got a live one right here. Miss Hope Dempster.
And Miss Kimberly Kramer.
I'm gonna call your name and everybody cheer for you. Are you ready? Next up, we have Mr. Jesse Westerman
and Mr. Lucas Dwaron.
Let's go! Next up, we have Miss Norma Brazion.
Hey, let's give it up for this beautiful lady. Her name is Miss Sophia Pearl.
Hey, Sophia, come on. Come on, Sophia. Sophia, you're doing so good. Doing so good. Come this way. Great job. Let's have a guy, Texas Ranger in the house, Mr. Robert Gidry. Let's put your hands together for Mr. James Nigel and
Jeremy Lacoste.
Come on down. Let's welcome Miss Louisiana, Jolie Martin. Hello, Miss Louisiana. You're very special, Miss Louisiana, representing Clark from Carroll Parish. She was voted Miss Louisiana. All right, guys, let's give it up for Mr. Joshua Adams. The Blues Brother himself. Very good, Mr. Blues Brother.
All right, let's give it up for this couple, Miss Missy Cortez and Yancy Morris.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, good job, guys. All right, let's give it up for Mr. Eddie Williams, Jr. Some love on both sides, Miss Eddie. Good job. We have Mr. Leroy Eisen and
Miss Paula Laperoux.
Come on, Miss Paula. Very nice. All right, Mr. Leroy. All right, Mr. Leroy. Good job. Woo-hoo! Let's give it up for Miss Sharon Leonard.
Mr. Johansson Johnson.
Let's go, Joey.
Good job, sir.
All right, let's give it up for the beautiful lady, Dulce and
Danielle Veloso.
Welcome.
Good job. Good job.
Come on down.
All right, let's give it up, y'all, for the beautiful Miss Tina Chesson.
Good job, Dave.
All right, guys, put your hands together for Miss LaToya Hinton and Shamika Young. Welcome.
Good job. Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, guys, put your hands together for Mr. Eddie Russell and
Mr. Nikki Tabor.
welcome.
All right, Miss District Attorney, how's it going over here?
It's going great, thank you. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a really great night.
So what is your job now? I know this is not the pressure cooker that you normally work in, but looks like y'all got a system going here.
I mean, I think the DA staff here, we do have a system. We are cutting the chicken sandwiches, and I found out I'm not really good at it. This is not my gift.
All right. But it's a good cause.
It's a wonderful cause. I try to come every year, and we were just talking about tonight's all about love. And watching them tonight, you just sit back and enjoy it, and it's a wonderful night for all of us. I think they give to us more than we're giving to them.
All right, it's another year of Night to Shine, and it's great to see a lot of people behind me. They're getting all the food ready. And I know a lot of times we show you what's happening in the actual church itself, and that's going to be quite a night again tonight. They're going to have a live band tonight. That's different. We're going to have karaoke. They're going to have makeup, but they're prepping right now for everyone to come eat. A lot of tables set up, and they are ready. It's just a great night. So what we're going to do, we'll take a break. When we come back, Night to Shine. Once again, this is a great event, not only for Thibodaux. It affects a lot of parishes. So you need to get involved in this. If you're a sponsor out there who's maybe looking for something to latch on to and be a part of, trust me, this gets you a great bang for your buck. Night to Shine. We'll be right back.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Everybody's shooting pictures, they're getting ready. There's a lot of work that goes into this each and every year. and certainly we appreciate the fact that we could cover this. It's a privilege. We love being involved with it, and we want you to become involved with it. So everybody out there watching, you got a little extra money in your pocket? This is a great event each and every year. We love to see you being a part of Night to Shine. Now let's go back into the church and show you what's happening.
Lee Martin Jordan, Mrs. Jordan. I am your date queen, Mrs. Fernanda.
Fast, Emma. Get ready, here we go. Yeah, fast, Emma. She's a bad man, Here we go. Get ready. Oh, she's a bad man.
If we are wise, we know that there's what always tomorrow. When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For
Some money right there. You having fun? Yeah. Good deal. I see you every year. You're always having a good time. Yes, I do. You want to sing this one? Yep. You have sorrows, but if you know why, if you have friends, we always sorrow. Lean on me. If you're not strong, I won't need some help to carry on. Before it won't be long, I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Got it, brother. He did it. He did it.
somebody to lean on.
Lean on me.
When you're not strong, I'm gonna say, somebody to lean on. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. You won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong.
We are doing today. We having fun today.
Somebody like me.
Good. Have a good day. Not to shine. Everybody have fun. You know, I'm having fun too, man. It's a night to shine night. You've seen us televise this every year since its inception. It's a great night, unbelievable night to watch everyone come in here and have a great time. A live band this year. Let me walk off the shot because pictures are going to be taken all night long.
As you know, we want to kind of be able to celebrate here the Tim Tebow Foundation Night to Shine. It's always good.
The mayor right here. This is the mayor.
And so, of course, it's always good to have somebody stealing your shot, right? The Martin Falls stealing.
He doesn't get enough
Right, not
airtime.
enough airtime, right? I appreciate that. Mayor Kevin Claymore, so very glad that you're here.
Absolutely.
Listen, you guys, we've been knowing each other a really, really long time. But I got to tell you, celebrating at events like this is awfully special. Thank you for being a part of it tonight.
Absolutely. You know, you can't say enough for Dwayne and Rachel, his 2 daughters, this whole church.
Yep.
This the whole Thibodeau family church. You don't do this by yourself. You know, I had a lady tell me out there, she said, isn't it great when a community comes together and does things like this? And that's what it's all about. Yeah, there's 400 participants over here, but there's a whole bunch of parents of those participants. And people forget they enjoy this just as much as the children and the adults, and it's just remarkable to be part of it.
Think about the joy that they must feel as parents when they've had to deal with the pain over the years of my child maybe not fitting in, my child maybe being disrespected over the years because they are, and now they get to come here and celebrate. How exciting is that?
And they get to be kings and queens for a day. More than that, they get to be normal people.
Yes.
That's all it's about. And all these volunteers that come over here, you know, you always say, oh, I'm going to do it for them. I'm going to give up my time. And to a person, when they walk out that door, they've received so much more than what they've given.
Yeah.
And it's just remarkable to be a part of it. I'm coming back. I mean, I come to this every year. My wife's in here. We're going to stay till they turn the lights out.
Till they make you leave.
And we can't wait for next year.
We're going to take another short break. When we come back, a lot more music from Spare Parts.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
What would the night to shine be without Keith Whiteside standing by to interview yet another important person who makes this possible?
Oh, guys, so very glad to have with us Pastor Dwayne. You got to say, listen, we talk about it every year. We talk about how exciting this is, and then Night to Shine comes, and it just moves your heart like it never can.
I know, and every time Keith asks me to do one of these interviews, they try to catch me crying, which...
We don't have to worry about that. Every time we talk about this is what happens. I brought 2 handkerchiefs for that reason. And just all of the people that make this happen and just listening to God saying, you can do this, is so very special. This is God in action.
I agree. You know what's so wonderful is that there's this thing in the scripture that talks about the kingdom of God, and what the kingdom of God looks like. It's the church, government, the community as a whole, pulling together to work something really unique, and that's to love people.
Right.
And Night to Shine really is one of these events where you have a collection of people from all over. They're all community people, community leaders, but they're all here whether they're serving food, cooking food, or they're dancing on the floor.
Right.
It's just beautiful, and you know, you have Nickel State out here, the athletes. It's just always so beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're happy that you're here.
No, I appreciate that. And I'm so very glad to be a part of it. I love the fact that our entire HTV team, everybody that works full-time at HTV is right here because they wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It says a lot about what you and Martin and Tommy Estee said yes to years and years ago, as here we are at the Tim Tebow Foundation, Night to Shine, celebrating this for Thibodeau. Can't do it without you, and I know you don't like taking the credit, but it's one of those things that you said yes to, and you've got so many other people to say yes to celebrate this.
Yeah, it's just amazing because I think every human being would understand when you face something impossible, to get other people to join you is not always easy. But what allows us to do that is that this event moves the heart. It touches something deep within us that we really want to celebrate. It's not just the less vulnerable, it's the fact that it's just people that we choose that we want to love.
Right.
Can you imagine if we just do this all the time, with not just the special needs, but amongst ourselves?
Right.
We celebrate giftings and talents, and so I think this has the potential one day to just go somewhere we don't have a clue where it's going to take us.
and just being able to celebrate people for who they are,
Absolutely.
that everybody as a child of God deserves to be loved like this and celebrated like this. I love the idea. We'll bring this through discipleship everywhere we can.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Pastor Wayne, thank you so very much.
Hey,
God
listen,
bless you.
I want to
We
give a
appreciate
shout
it.
out to HTV and Martin Falls, because without that man right there, this would have never happened. Not only with in other words, with all of his employees and all that they do to put this on TV, but just his friendship, his partnership with this event is an enormous thing, and I'm very grateful for Martin's friendship.
Absolutely. We're very thankful for you, Pastor. We're glad to do it with you. God bless you, my
Love
friend.
you guys.
Love
Hey,
you.
love
Appreciate
you.
that. Love you guys. All right.
Yeah, I believe it. You a queen? Yeah. How about a king? Yeah. Yep, king? Yeah. I love our kings and queens. All right, did everybody get their poppers? Make sure that everybody, if you got a popper, we're gonna pop it straight up. All right, let me have your attention, everyone. We're about to get started. Can I have your attention? May I have your attention? Listen, I know I have your attention when no one's talking. I want everybody to know something. We're here tonight because we love you. Now sometimes you hear that a lot. But I want you to know the effort that this community makes to love you is an extension of the love of Jesus to you. See, the most important person who can ever love you, of course, we love being loved by one another. But it's to know that God loved you, and He's loved you so much that He sent His Word, and His Word took on a body. His name was Jesus. And He died for us so that every human being has an opportunity to say yes to Jesus. And I want to ask you, if you've never asked Jesus or said yes to Jesus, to take a moment right now and ask the Lord to come into your heart. It's so simple. You say, Lord, come into my heart. Do something good with my life. It's just the beginning of something wonderful. So I want to tell you something. We love you. Tim Tebow's coming. You ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Covered in glitter.
standing here again at the Night to Shine, standing with Andrew Shearman here. And so, Andrew, it's just one of those things. We got a chance to stand outside and really be able to cheer some of these special needs people on. Tell me what it's like to be outside and what it feels like to be part of this event.
Well, I mean, I'm very humbled. That's a start. I'm very humbled and realize how blessed we are, Keith.
Yeah.
To see them, you know, they come in, they put on their best suits, they got dressed up, come in with bow ties, and enjoying the crowd. It's their moment, it's their night to shine. And I'm just deeply moved. Yeah. And this is the first one I've seen.
Okay, so this is new to you, and I love that, because I can tell you, the first time you get that, it's rather overwhelming, right? To see the kind of the love and joy in their eyes.
Well, you know, they've never had, well, I presume, but I'm pretty sure it's true, they've never had such a night like this.
Right.
You know, very often people, you know, overlook them or whatever else, and it's just...
Or even just the opposite, ridicule them, right?
Yeah,
Look down on them because we don't understand them.
I can't get my head around why anybody would rule another human being who's doing their best.
Right, right.
It just blows my mind, and so to give them this joyful, wonderful experience, you know, they have their shoes shined out there, they have the makeup put on, and then they come in for good food, karaoke, and apparently some of them are great singers.
They are, that's exactly right. We hear some beautiful things. Well, a live band this year.
Got a live band this year, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of good dancing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And any
Are you going to join in?
Dance. Well, of course I will. It's you know, because my mom and dad taught me to join in.
Yeah,
they
me
said,
too.
you know, don't stand on the outside.
Don't be a
part
don't
of
be
it.
a Mayflower.
That's exactly right. And so we appreciate you being here, being able to celebrate this with us. You and your wife Mo, again, you know, standing out here, being a part of this is just so very dynamic for community leaders to help.
Well,
with
you
this.
know, I've known Pastor Dwayne, who's the pastor of this church, for 30 years.
Yeah.
And he's such a wonderful man. And he's told me many times, you know, if you can possibly get here for Night to Shine, because I was working in North Carolina, I live in the south of Spain with a college that I do. So it was, you know, it's been a bit of a journey, but I would not miss this. It's one of the really great memories of my life. And you know, behind the scenes for this event takes about 3 hours.
Yes.
They've been working here since last Saturday.
That's correct.
A whole week.
Right.
And I've seen the details. I mean, look at all this stuff.
Right.
And volunteers doing it. It's just
hundreds of volunteers.
Fantastic.
Doing 10s of 15 different types of jobs. As we hear now the cheer team outside, which we were a part of. And so again, such a great celebration. Thank you for joining
It's been
with
a
us
wonderful
here.
pleasure, Keith. Thank you.
We appreciate that. God bless you in the work you do. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody shout out, I am love. Jesus loves me. All right, give it a shout. All right.
Again, I just a word he said, by everything standing beside you. That the people burning deep inside. Is that another in your memory? Do you think of that someone when you hear that special melody? I always have to think of you, especially with the words of the love song. That's the very heart of me.
We at HTV are very, very dedicated. I bragged a little earlier, Martin. 100% of your full-time staff is here tonight. They don't have to be, but they are.
I'm going to tell you what, until you experience this, it gives you chill. First time Pastor Dwayne Bland called me to his house and he showed me the video. It didn't take me long to tell him I was in because it moves you and to see their faces. I was just in there talking to several people I've become friends with over the years. They love this. It makes their life. And so I urge sponsors too. If you got a little extra money, this might be something you ought to consider, because if you were here on ground zero where we are, you would understand what the big deal is all about.
Yeah, and here you can see all of the work that goes into celebrating. Every single person here has one of their name listed on the state here in Louisiana, hanging here, as we find so many ways to celebrate the beauty of these special people, where we were just talking about how they've never really always gotten that. It's a way to celebrate that, and you want to encourage people to do that with us.
They stars, you know, me and you get to be on TV.
Yeah.
We get to experience people coming up to us all the time. They do not. So every time I see them, they talk about how they were on TV, and people saw them on TV, and they get to experience that. And I also want to thank our crew that's here. I've thanked them several times on my stand-ups tonight, and you also keep coming, because you're so much a part of this community, and it takes everybody buying into something. This is certainly something that we bought in as HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.